Today I wanted to show you an easy ink stitch design for an Easter egg and walk you through it step by step. I'm going to put my 6x10 hoop larger by just pushing the plus button, and then I'm going to grab my circle tool by clicking on it with my left finger. I'm going to draw a circle but making an oval. Then I'm going to go to select so I can see it. I can turn it by clicking one time, and you see these handles turn. I can turn it sideways. I can see what it's going to stitch out as by going to Extension, Ink Stitch, Param, and you can see it's doing an underlay from top to bottom and then right to left. And if you want to write something on it, you get out of there and apply it, and say I just want to put a star on it. So I'll take my star tool and make it this big, but it's yellow, so I'm going to change the color. So I'm going to go to Object, Fill and Stroke, and then I'm going to just click on another color. Then I'll take that by using my Select tool and move it where I want it to be. Maybe smaller. Yeah. Now if I want it to stay there on top, the layers of fabric or thread that you're putting on there gets really thick. So I'm going to duplicate it right here, and then I'm going to hold down the Shift key and click on my yellow background and go to Path, Difference, and now this put a hole in my yellow that my star fits in. And then when I look at the whole thing being sewn out, Extension, Ink Stitch around, this is the autofill, so it's the underlay or all over filling pattern that my machine gives me. And I can change the angle of it, usually in degrees, 45, 360, 180. The stitch length, I can make it smaller, tighter weave or looser weave. I can change the spacing of rows. Then it starts making the egg. And then it will start making the star. Very simple. You can restart it by moving this up and down and see exactly where you'd like to change it, or something went wrong. If you don't like these underlying strands, it's to keep the push and pull of the fabric so it won't crinkle up so badly. So I leave them there most of the time. Sometimes I want to not have so many weird looking strings in there, so I'll actually go back to here and fix the underlay and tell it no, I don't want underlay, and then try it again, and you can see where all of that underlay, most of that underlay went away. It's only got one strand here and one strand here. That's how it gets from one place to the other, so I can do the other side. Let's see where it travels on this one. It starts there, coming down to the bottom, and then starts filling in. And it always goes down the center so it won't pull and crinkle your fabric really badly. And then you can change your directions to 45, and it will think about it. See where I went from this direction instead. or you could change it to 90. And it's straight up and down then. Or even an odd one like 75. See how it changed? Like it's raining. You can change the color of your eggs real easy by using the fill and stroke menu and say I just want to change the yellow. You can change it to red or green or whatever. You can change the star to yellow, and you can have a whole basket full of different things. File, save, eggs. If you want to save it to a embroidery file, you go to Extension, Ink Stitch, Visualize and Export, and Embroider. And then you put your USB in your computer. And mine's in, got a J drive, so I'll put my J drive here. Delete J drive. And then I'll change my embroidery to PES, since that's what I have for a brother machine. You can see all the ones they do have, which is not a lot, but it's the major ones. And then say apply, and it will place it onto your USB. Then you take your USB from your J drive and you take it and you place it in your machine. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial.